Hello and welcome to Affinity. Here's a little bit of fun, but at the same time it's kind of useful in that it's showing how easy it is to use some of the Liquify commands. And it's easy because it's also non-destructive and you can go back and change it and so on. And if we go here to live filters, then they're in here. So let's start with pinch punch. And it's up here, by the way, because I've gone up here and said add filter as new layer. And what I can do here is if I go one way or the other, nothing seems to happen. It's because I've got to click in somewhere. So let's click on the house. See, the middle of the house got a bit of movement, but it's only little. Let's make it bigger. How far does it go? It goes to 1024 pixels. This is a high resolution picture, so it's not going to move all of it. So we can play like this. Let's just sort of push it out until it looks a little bit weird, but without the pushing that window out too much. Now then, let's put a bit more pinch and punch into this, the sky there. And you can do it by going here and going to pinch punch again and saying, let's say, click up here. And then play around with this. Need to turn up the radius again. So I can do something here. If I want to make sure it's the sky, I can see the bit of tree there moving as well. So let's move that over a bit. Okay, so I'll pull that in a bit. If I want to exaggerate it further, I just hit Control J and duplicate it and it goes again. But again, you can see here the trees. That's not quite as much as I want. So I'll go back to this one here and I'll turn the radius down until the tree is left alone. Then I'll hit Control J. There you go, a few times there. That's kind of made that gone a bit weird. Then hit Control J again and put it over here. Then Control J a couple of times there and the one down here. Control J in there. So you've got sort of like three sort of weird pointies in there. And so what else can we do? Let's do down here live filters. I'll do a twirl. Here we go. So I'll put a twirl in the trees here, click there, nothing happens until I start move up the radius a bit, but then turn the angle, and there we go. Look at the way it's rotating. But it's almost Van Gogh, isn't it? Or Van Gogh in America, as they say. And put a Control J to duplicate, put another one up here. Make that one a bit bigger. Just up to there. That's it. We're going to twirl the trunks as well. And I'll put one up here with the Control J to duplicate. Just click to the center there. And if I turn the radius up, if I go too far, you can see this here is coming on. If I do preserve alpha, it just goes black. So that's still not enough. So I'm just going to turn it down until that is like that. Or what if I click elsewhere? Oh, you go. I can just play elsewhere. Go back to the previous one. Because it's live, I can move it around a bit to see if I can find a better effect. There we go. Then I'll go to the top one up here, Control J again to duplicate that and click over here to put the center of that up here. Then I'll Control J to duplicate that, put that down here. Turn the radius down a bit so it's just within the tree and bring that down, and I'll put another one down here. Control J, click down here and turn down the radius again so it's just within the tree area there, and turn up the radius a bit. There we go. And let's do one more, and I'll go to live filters. I'll do a ripple. And that goes all the way around, doesn't it? So I'll just do a little bit of a ripple here like this, right low, so it ripples. And I'm just going to do it on the grass. So click on that, Control I to invert it. Get a paintbrush tool here. I'm going to paint white to put it back onto the grass here, so I can get that slightly strange ripply effect just down the bottom. Anyway, that'll do. It's fun, but it's also, these can be useful in all sorts of ways, but you just come across, you want to make something a bit bigger or smaller and just put a slight tweak on something to rotate it and so on. Anyway, that's it, and thank you very much for watching.